Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Speak Better Podcast. And thank you for joining me today. I am Louie, and today we explore a simple idea that can completely change your English journey. You do not need thousands of difficult words to communicate with confidence in daily situations. You do not need long vocabulary lists, heavy books, or complicated grammar to start speaking. You only need something simple, something small, something powerful that most learners never consider. You only need a small group of common words that appear again and again in daily English. These simple words are your tools, and with them, you can build many clear sentences today. And here is the surprising part, my friends. The part that many learners do not know at all. You can speak real English, useful English, daily English, with just 500 simple words. This idea sounds small, but it opens a big door inside your mind when you understand the truth, because 500 words are not a limit. They are the beginning of something strong and possible. They are like basic ingredients in a kitchen, creating many meals from a few simple elements. They are like small Lego pieces that combine into many shapes, ideas, and conversations every day. Today, we walk slowly together, step by step, to understand how these 500 words work. And later in this episode, we will reach one idea that can change how you practice forever. But first, let us slow down, breathe, and enter this journey with a clear and calm mind. This is your moment, my friends, to discover a new way of learning English with peace and purpose. Stay close, because the next part will show you why simple English is stronger than you think. Now, let us talk slowly and clearly about what these 500 words really mean today. These words are not magic, and they are not advanced, complicated, or difficult to remember. They are simple daily words that appear everywhere, in conversations, messages, and small interactions. These words are like the foundation of a house, the part that holds everything in place. With a strong foundation, you can build walls, rooms, doors, and windows with confidence and calm. In English, simple words do the same, creating structure for every sentence you want to express. When you say, "I want water," you are using basic words that communicate your real need. When you say, "I work today," you use simple words that explain your plan for the day. When you say, "I feel tired now," you use common words that describe your emotion with clarity. These sentences use only a few small words, but together they carry meaning, intention, and purpose. This is the hidden power of simple English, the power many learners forget when they study alone. 500 words are enough to survive, communicate, connect, and express basic ideas every day. They give you the ability to speak in shops, workplaces, appointments, travel, and daily situations. They help you understand the main idea when someone speaks to you with normal, friendly English. And when you understand the main idea, your confidence grows naturally, slowly, and strongly over time. Simple English is not weak, my friends. Simple English is clear, friendly, and easy to understand. And soon, we will explore the first step that makes these simple words feel alive in your mind. Stay with me, because the next part shows you how to begin using these words with confidence. Imagine this moment. My friends, you are in the morning, preparing for another busy day. Your coffee is warm. The house is quiet, and your mind feels slow, but open today. You check your phone. You see messages, news, notifications, and small distractions everywhere around you. In this moment, your English feels far away, like something difficult, heavy, and almost impossible again. But then, you hear a simple sentence. Something like, "I start work now," and everything becomes clear. You understand it immediately, because the words are simple, common, and easy for your mind today. Now imagine another scene. You finish work tired, hungry, and ready to rest with something easy. You open your podcast. You hear a voice saying, "I walk home now because the bus is late." You understand it again. Because these words are daily words that your brain meets many times. Your brain loves repetition, and simple English gives your brain that repetition in a soft way. You do not need to study hard for your brain to recognize simple patterns every single day. Simple words appear naturally in your life. In music, in conversations, in movies, in short messages. Imagine a final scene. You enter a small store, and you want something simple but important today. You say, "I need help, please," and the person understands you immediately with no confusion at all. You did not use big grammar, long vocabulary, or complicated ideas. But your message was clear. This is the daily power of 500 words, the power to survive and communicate calmly. These words carry you through moments of work, travel, shopping, conversations, and many daily situations today. Your goal is not to know everything. Your goal is to express something real with simple English, and soon we will begin the first step that makes these moments feel easier and more natural. The next part will show you exactly where your journey with these 500 words begins. Step 1. Learn useful vocabulary first. Now, my friends, let us enter the first step in this simple and powerful journey today. Step 1 is about learning useful vocabulary first, not long lists or complicated expressions. Useful words are the words you meet every day in work, home, travel, and simple conversations. These words appear again and again, making your brain comfortable, familiar, and ready for real communication. When you say, "I need water," your brain understands the pattern and feels safe with that structure. When you say, "I like coffee," your brain begins to repeat the pattern naturally and easily again. When you say, "I go now," your brain learns the rhythm of simple English inside your daily life. These small sentences become your tools, and with these tools, you can express many daily ideas. It is better to master small words deeply than to memorize large words you never use today. Simple words are the strongest words because they live in almost every important English sentence you need. And here is something surprising. My friends, something learners often forget when they feel lost. Your brain remembers useful words much faster than big words. Because useful words connect to real life. Useful words appear in shops, in messages, in small conversations, and in many daily interactions around you. This repetition builds confidence gently, without pressure, without fear, without heavy mental effort every day. So speak with simple words. Use them in sentences. Repeat them slowly, and let them become your foundation. Because learning useful vocabulary is the first step that makes everything else easier and lighter today. And soon, we will explore the second step, the step that changes how your brain remembers English. The next part will show you how context turns simple words into strong sentences inside your mind. Step 2. Learn words in context, not in lists. Now, let us move into the second step, the step that gives life to your simple words. Words are not strong when they live alone. Words become powerful only when they live in context. Context means the situation, the moment, the feeling, and the reason behind the sentence you speak. When you learn words inside real sentences, your brain remembers them faster and keeps them longer. For example, when you hear "I need help now," you understand the situation immediately and naturally. When you hear "I go to work today," you see the action inside a clear daily moment. When you hear "I feel cold now," your mind connects the feeling to a real physical experience. These sentences are simple, but they carry meaning, emotion, and purpose inside every small word you speak. Your brain loves meaning, and context creates meaning that makes English feel soft, familiar, and clear. This is why memorizing long vocabulary lists never feels natural, comfortable, or useful in daily life. Lists are empty. Context is alive. Lists are dry. Lists disappear. Context stays inside you. Simple English grows faster when you place your words inside small situations you understand deeply. So instead of thinking about single words, think about the small sentences you can create today. Think about small actions, like "I eat now," "I work today," "I walk home slowly," "I need help again." These small sentences are seeds, and from these seeds, your English will grow into natural communication. Step 2. Connects your vocabulary to your real world, making every word stronger and easier to use. And soon, we will enter Step 3. The step that builds the basic structure you need for daily English. The next part will show you how simple grammar becomes your strongest support in every conversation. Step 3. Massachusetts stir the basics. First, now let us enter the third step. The step that gives your English a simple structure. The basics are the small pieces that hold your sentences together and make communication possible. You do not need advanced grammar to speak. You only need the basic patterns used every single day. When you say, "I am ready," you use a basic pattern that appears in many daily situations. When you say you are late, you use another simple structure that carries real meaning immediately. When you say, "I like this," your sentence is short, clear, friendly, and easy to understand quickly. These basic patterns help you create many sentences without thinking too much or feeling heavy pressure. Your goal is not to become perfect. Your goal is to become comfortable with these small structures. Comfort grows slowly, my friends, but it grows strongly when you repeat the same patterns every day. Think of these basic structures as your home base, your safe place, your starting point in English. With a strong home base, you can move, explore, and express ideas without fear or confusion. This is why mastering the basics first is more important than learning advanced rules too early. Simple structures make your English natural, clear, and flexible for many moments in your daily life. When you speak with basic patterns, people understand you quickly because simple English is universal. And the more you use these basic structures, the easier it becomes to express your real thoughts. So give time to the basics, repeat them softly, and let them become part of your natural voice. Because once the basics are strong, everything else becomes lighter, easier, and more enjoyable. And soon, we will reach Step 4. The step that transforms small sentences into bigger expressions. The next part will show you how to expand your ideas using simple words with surprising power. Step 4. Use the sentence expansion technique. Now we arrive at the fourth step, the step that turns simple English into rich communication. This step is called the sentence expansion technique. a gentle way to grow your ideas naturally. You begin with a small sentence. Something short. Something simple. Something easy for your mind today. For example, you say, I go. And this small sentence becomes your starting point for expression. Then, you add a small detail, and your sentence becomes, I go home, clear, and meaningful now. Then, you add time, and your sentence grows into, I go home now, direct and natural today. Then you add reason, and it becomes, I go home now because I am tired. Calm and complete. With this technique, a small idea becomes a longer message without stress, fear, or mental pressure. Your English becomes flexible. Your ideas become bigger, and your confidence becomes stronger each day. This technique works because your brain loves small steps that grow slowly into something more complete. Expansion gives your English movement, shape, and rhythm that feels natural in many daily situations. You can build sentences for work, travel, appointments, or conversations simply by expanding one idea. You can say, I work, then, I work today, then, I work today because I need money. You can say, I walk, then, I walk home, then, I walk home slowly because the day was long. Each time you expand a sentence, you train your brain to connect simple words into powerful expression. This is one of the strongest techniques for learners who want clarity, speed, and confidence in English. And soon, we will enter Step 5, the step that uses science to help your brain learn faster. The next part will show you why less vocabulary creates more memory when used correctly each day. Step 5. Use the 80-20 rule to learn faster. Now, let us move into the fifth step. The step that connects simple English to simple science. This step is called the 80-20 rule, a powerful idea used in many learning areas. The rule says that 80% of results come from 20% of your real effort. In English, this means most daily conversations use a small group of simple and common words. When you understand this, you stop trying to learn everything, and you start learning smart. Your brain works better when it focuses on fewer things, repeated many times with calm energy. This repetition creates strong memory, deep familiarity, and a natural feeling when you speak. For example, when you hear sentences like I need help or I am fine today, your brain relaxes. These small sentences appear everywhere, and your brain sees them again in many daily situations. Repetition builds memory, and memory builds confidence, and confidence builds clear communication today. Your brain remembers simple patterns faster than large vocabulary because simple patterns repeat more often. This is why less vocabulary can create more progress when you use it consistently each day. Simple English becomes strong English when your brain meets the same words in many real-life contexts. With the 80-20 rule, you avoid confusion, reduce stress, and build English slowly but strongly. Your learning becomes lighter, smoother, and more enjoyable because your brain works with you, not against you. This rule explains why 500 words feel powerful when used in daily conversations and small moments. And soon, we will enter Step 6, the step that focuses your attention on the core words you need. The next part will show you how these simple words become your main tools in real English. Step 6. Focus on the core words you use every day. Now we enter the sixth step, the step that gives direction to your English practice today. Core words are the simple words you use again and again in your daily communication moments. These words appear when you speak at work, when you shop, when you travel, when you meet people. Core words are like small tools you take everywhere. Tools that help you express real ideas clearly. For example, when you say, "I want this," you use a core word that appears in many situations. When you say, "I feel tired," you use another core word that describes your emotion simply and gently. When you say, "We go now," your sentence uses common words that guide your actions with natural clarity. These core words create most of the sentences you will speak in your daily English life. They help you survive, connect, understand, and communicate, even when your vocabulary feels small or limited. The more you use these core words, the stronger they become, and the faster your English grows. Your brain remembers them quickly because they appear in many contexts, moments, and interactions every day. Simple words create strong memory, and strong memory creates easy communication in many real situations. This is why focusing on core words feels powerful, simple, and natural for your English journey. You do not need all the words. You only need the right words used again and again. When your core words are strong, you speak with clarity, even when your sentences are short and simple. This is not a weakness. This is real communication. Clean communication. Confident communication. Today, and soon, my friends, we will enter step 7. The step that makes your English sound natural and smooth. The next part will show you how chunks bring flow, rhythm, and comfort to your daily English. Step 7. Use chunks to sound natural and confident. Now we enter the 7th step. The step that brings flow and natural rhythm to your English. Chunks are small pieces of language that stay together and move together in daily communication. They are not single words. They are small groups that your brain recognizes as one clear idea. For example, when you say, "I don't know," your brain processes the group as one familiar expression. When you say "nice to meet you," your brain understands the whole group and feels comfortable using it. When you say "have a good day," you use a chunk that appears in friendly conversations everywhere. These small language groups make your English smoother because you do not think word by word anymore. Chunks help your mouth move naturally, help your tone sound clear, and help your mind stay calm. They remove pressure, reduce hesitation, and give you ready-made pieces you can use immediately. Chunks are the reason many learners sound natural, even with small vocabulary and simple structures. They create rhythm, familiarity, and emotional connection in daily conversations and small interactions. For example, you can say, "I am not sure," or "that is okay," or "I understand you now." These expressions are simple, but they give your English flow, movement, and gentle confidence today. Chunks become your shortcuts, your helpers, your small gifts that make speaking easier and more enjoyable. When you use chunks, your sentences feel complete, even when the vocabulary behind them is simple. This is why chunks are powerful for learners using 500 words to speak clearly and naturally. And now, my friends, we move into the emotional part of this episode, the part that touches your heart. The next part will show you why simple English is enough and why you are doing better than you think. Now let us take a slower breath together, my friends, and look at your progress today. You listened with attention. You imagined simple scenes, and you understood many clear English patterns. You saw how simple words can express real emotions, real needs, and real moments in your daily life. You discovered that 500 words are not small. They are a solid foundation for communication. You learned that useful vocabulary repeats. Context gives meaning, basics create structure, and expansion gives growth. You learned that your brain likes small steps, repeated softly, without pressure or heavy expectations. You learned that core words guide your sentences, and chunks bring natural rhythm to your communication. Each step today brought you closer to clarity, confidence, and calm. When you speak in simple English, you are not behind. You are not slow. And you are not weak in your learning journey. You are building something real, something personal, something strong inside your mind and inside your voice. Simple English is not a limitation. Simple English is a bridge that connects you to many people. When you use simple words with honesty, others understand you quickly, kindly, and without confusion. This is how communication feels when it is clean, friendly, and supported by daily practice and patience. And this journey continues each day you choose to repeat one sentence, listen to one idea, or practice softly. Every small moment of practice adds strength to your English. Even when you do not see progress immediately, your mind is growing, your confidence is rising, and your voice is becoming clearer with each repetition. So stay close to your simple words, stay gentle with your process, and stay patient with your growth. You do not need perfection. You do not need big grammar. And you do not need thousands of words. You only need small actions, repeated with heart, attention, and trust in your ability to move forward. I am proud of you, my friends, and I am grateful to share this learning journey with you. Keep practicing, keep listening, keep moving with quiet confidence, and let your English become part of you. I am here with you, walking step by step, helping you grow with simple and powerful English every day. And when you return for the next episode, your mind will be ready to grow a little more.